Hi guys, for today's video I have a little bit of a different video. I'm filming the get to know me tag today for you guys. I just think it'll be fun and nice for you guys to get to know me a little more and just to see who you're watching and things I like and just little fun facts about me. So I have the tag on my laptop right here, so if I'm looking down, that is why. I'm going to be reading the questions. I think there's about 30 or so, and I just googled get to know me tag on Google and it is the one on youtubesociety.com. So I'm not going to make this intro too long or anything. I'm just going to jump right in. So the first question in the get to know me tag is, what is your middle name? And my middle name is actually Ann, like you guys see in my YouTube name. Jackie Ann is my first and middle name. My bracelets are gonna drive me crazy. All I hear is like ching 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 ching, so I'm taking them off like right now. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is pink. I know that's kind of basic, but I just love pink. Anything pink just like catches my eye. It really just draws my attention, but I also love black. So if I could choose two favorite colors, it would probably be pink and black. The third question is, who was your first best friend? I'd probably just have to say my twin brother. As when we were younger, like we played together all the time, we hung out all the time, we were the same age, we liked a lot of the same things, we went outside and played, we played inside, you know, we did a lot of just like younger sibling things, and it made it easier since we were the same age. So I definitely have to say my twin brother Nick was definitely my first best friend. The fourth question is, how tall are you? And I am around 5'5¾", almost 5'6". I'm pretty much average height for a girl. I'm not super tall, but I'm not super short. So I am almost 5'6", but not quite yet. The fifth question is cats or dogs, and I would definitely have to say dogs. I love dogs so much. I have one of my own, but literally just like every dog I see, I love. I want to like hug them and pet them. I love looking at dog pictures online. I follow so many dogs on Instagram. Definitely dogs. I'm very allergic to cats, and I'm just not much of a cat person. Of course, I think they're cute and all pets are lovable, but definitely prefer dogs over cats. Funniest moment throughout school? One thing that comes to mind is in freshman year, my English teacher was going to be out for a couple days, and we had the same substitute for like those 2 or 3 days, and we actually convinced the sub that we were supposed to have like a giant party of like desserts and donuts and cookies and things like that. So the sub actually kind of like canceled class that one day and let everyone bring in like sweets and desserts and stuff like that, and that was really funny that we actually convinced her to do that. I think she found out though that we were kind of messing with her, and then my regular English teacher found out and she wasn't happy about it, but it was still kind of funny. So the seventh question is, how many countries have you visited? So I live in the United States and I have visited Canada before, and I believe that's the only other country I've visited. I have visited like other islands and stuff on cruises, but I'm not really sure where that falls into, so I'm just gonna say 1, and that is Canada. Are you in or have gone to college? I am going to be going into my freshman year of college. I recently just graduated high school about 2 months ago, so I am going to be attending a local community college and just commuting to college for about a semester, and then I plan on transferring somewhere else. What was your favorite / worst subject in high school? So my favorite subject in high school was definitely English. I always did super well in English class. It was never really a struggle for me. I always had a super high grade. My worst subject in high school, definitely no doubt about it, was science. Freshman year, I took earth science. I had a really bad grade. Sophomore year, I took bio, really bad grade. It was just never my thing. Chem was so hard for me. So I definitely would have to say science, not my best subject, and I definitely did not look forward to that every day. So yeah, I definitely have to say science was my worst subject and one that I just didn't look forward to. If gym counts as a subject, I definitely hated gym class in high school, so I guess you can count that as my worst subject as well, because it was just not my thing. My favorite drink is either coffee. I love a mocha iced coffee, or I really just love water with lemon or lime. I'm currently drinking water with lime. I shoved a lime wedge in my water bottle. I really love fruity juices and drinks and smoothies and things like that, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, a nice bottle of water with some lemon or lime in it, and I really enjoy iced coffee. What is your favorite animal? If we're talking about a house animal, a domestic animal, I would definitely have to say a dog. Like I was saying before, I'm just such a dog lover. I love dogs. If we're talking about a wild animal, I'd probably have to say a cheetah. I've always been intrigued by cheetahs, especially like the whole like cheetah girls era. Like it was just like, I was so intrigued by them. What is your favorite perfume? My favorite perfume, I actually have it right here behind me. I'm just gonna go grab it. My favorite perfume is Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf. This smells florally, sweet, musky. I really love how this smells, and I wear the crap out of this in the fall and winter months because I don't really tend to wear perfume in the warmer months. So the notes in this are jasmine, rose, orchid, and freesia. Definitely florally, but it has a nice sweet undertone. So it's not like an overpowering of flowers because that's not really my typical perfume scent. The next question is tea or coffee. Totally coffee, no doubt about it. I'm a coffee addict. I love having a cup of coffee every day, every time I go out. I want an iced coffee from either Dunkin' or Starbucks. I just love coffee. I prefer iced coffee over hot coffee, but I'll take it either way. Coffee is coffee and it keeps me awake and going, and I just think it tastes so good. What sports do you play / have you played? Yeah, I don't do sports. Sports are not my thing. They've never been my thing. Like I said, I hate gym class. I just don't do sports. I did soccer in kindergarten when I was like 5 for like, I don't know, like 3 months. And that was cool, but then I was just like, nope, not my thing. Moving on. I mean, for fun, I'll like totally like throw a baseball around or like shoot a basketball for fun, but like I was never on a sports team. I was never into organized sports. They're just not my thing. I'm just really like the least athletic person ever. The next question is, what is your favorite book? The first one I don't have with me because I did read it from borrowing it with a friend, but it is called The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I know it's kind of basic and you've probably all seen the movie, but it's just such a good book, and I actually read it within 24 hours. I was so proud of myself. It was just that good that I could not put it down, and I highly recommend that. I really love finding books that grab me because that just does not happen often. The next book that really grabbed me and I finished in a couple of days was The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Bosky. I'm not exactly sure how to say his name, but I did read this before I watched the movie. It's a really nice coming of age story, and if you haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend reading the book first, or just even if you have seen the movie, just read the book because I feel like the book is a lot better than the movie, even though the movie was super good. So that is another one of my favorite books. And lastly, a book that I have that's like completely opposite both of those books is Binge by Tyler Oakley. Oh my god, this thing is so freaking hilarious. It's completely opposite of the two books that I just mentioned because seriously, he is so freaking comical and dirty and raunchy, and it's a book filled with like a bunch of little stories, and I think it's so funny. When I just need a good laugh, like this is the book that I turn to, and I just think the design and everything is so cute. So again, this was written by Tyler Oakley here on YouTube. I haven't finished it yet, but I have gotten through a good amount of stories and they're just so hilarious. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? And some of my favorite YouTubers, my number one favorite YouTuber of all time is definitely Amy Macedo. If you haven't seen her, definitely go check her out. She is one of the most down-to-earth, sweetest YouTubers I have ever watched. I started watching her a few years ago. She literally had like maybe 30,000 subscribers or so, and now she has 500k, and I've just loved watching her channel grow. And she's super duper down to earth. She always replies on Twitter and like quotes my tweets and things like that, and I love her. She's definitely my favorite YouTuber. I also love Juicy Jazz here on YouTube. I absolutely love her videos. She's more of a recent discovery, but she's quickly become one of my favorites, and I get so excited when she uploads because again, she's just so sweet, so down to earth, and I love her videos. She's super just like simplistic, but it is so informative about makeup products. She's also a college student. She uses lots of affordable and drugstore makeup, so I highly recommend her. And I also love Manny MUA, Kathleen Lights, and Jaclyn Hill. What is your favorite movie? Okay, I think my all-time favorite movie has to be Hairspray. I absolutely love that movie, the newer one with Nikki Blonsky and Zac Efron and Amanda Bynes. I love that musical and that movie so much. You will definitely catch me listening to that soundtrack all the time. I also really love Pitch Perfect. It's just one of those movies that never gets old to me. And if we're talking about more of an action movie, shying away from like the chick flicks and musical movies, I would definitely have to say the Divergent series. They're definitely movies I could watch over and over again, and I just love those movies a lot. The next question is, are you single or taken? And I am taken. I do have a boyfriend, if you guys didn't know. I just posted a video of him doing my makeup a few videos back, so I'll also have that link down below if you didn't see it, but his name is Brandon, and we've been together for almost 16 months. What is your idea of an ideal first date? I'm really not picky when it comes to dates. My first date with my boyfriend, we went to like a fun center where they had like mini golf and arcade and go-karts, and we spent some time in the arcade. We got some food, just things like that. We went bowling. It was just like really fun and chill. Nothing high-end, no fancy dinners. We didn't really have to dress up or anything like that. I love kind of just like a more chill first date, and that's definitely my ideal first date. How many boyfriends have I had? I've had one boyfriend. My current boyfriend is my only boyfriend I've had. Favorite memory from your childhood? So my favorite memory from my childhood, me, my brother, and my neighbor at the time, who was also a really good friend of mine, we loved playing with chalk because we both had really long driveways. So on my driveway, we would take chalk and we would mix it with like hose water, and we would make it like wet. Like we would wet the chalk and we would call it sludge. And we would call it sludge, and we would like draw with it. I don't know, that always just pops in my mind as a childhood memory. It was super fun, super messy, you know, and then we'd kind of like jump in the pool to wash off after. So that's definitely one of my favorite childhood memories and something that just pops into my mind. Like, why did we call it sludge? I have no idea, but it was fun. It was fun. I was like 8, okay? Don't judge me. Do you speak any different languages, and how well? No, English is my first language. I did take Spanish classes all throughout middle school and high school, so I can speak a little bit of Spanish, nowhere near fluent, but I could communicate if I had to, and I can understand a little bit. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I have one twin brother and I have a stepsister. How would you describe your fashion sense? Anything just like super comfortable. I like to look nice and put together, but I'm definitely nowhere near like a high fashion kind of girl who follows trends. Really, anything comfortable. I really like basics. What is your favorite restaurant? I don't have a favorite restaurant, honestly. Like, thinking about it, there's not one restaurant that like I constantly go back to and I'm like, I want to go there all the time. Like, I kind of just like food. I like trying a bunch of different things, but I don't have one set favorite restaurant. What are some of your favorite TV shows? This is easy for me. Gossip Girl, One Tree Hill, and Grey's Anatomy. If you have not seen any of those 3 shows, you are missing out on so much. Those are definitely my top 3 favorite shows. They're all pretty different though. Gossip Girl, if you haven't seen it, is about a bunch of just like rich elite kids that live in the Upper East Side of Manhattan. One Tree Hill is a little more down to earth than Gossip Girl, and it's more relatable because they're in a normal high school. They're not rich, you know, anything like that like Gossip Girl, so they go through a lot of different hardships, and it's definitely one of those shows where you grow to feel really attached to the characters, and it has so many twists and turns, and that's really amazing. Grey's Anatomy is a medical show where they're all interns growing to become surgeons in a hospital, and they go through so much stuff, whether it's with their patients, each other, their bosses, their family, their love lives. It is just such a good show, and it definitely pulls at the heartstrings. So I highly recommend Gossip Girl, One Tree Hill, and Grey's Anatomy. PC or Mac? Mac all the way. I love my Mac computer. What phone do you have, Apple or Android? I have an Apple iPhone. It's actually what I film with. If you guys are wondering, I film with my iPhone 6 and I love my iPhone. I've always been team iPhone, and I think I will continue to always be team iPhone. Last question is, tell us one of your bad habits. Biting my nails is definitely a bad habit. If you guys remember, I had acrylics for a long time, and that kind of helped me break my habit. Excuse my nails now, I have to paint them. But when I don't have anything on my nails, or even just like regular nail polish, I bite them so bad, and it's just such a bad habit of mine. Not only my nails, I just tend to bite on like random things, like my water bottle cap I chew on. When I'm eating, I like bite my fork. I guess just like biting on things in general, it's probably not good for my teeth, and it's definitely a habit that I need to break, so that is definitely a bad habit. Alright guys, so that concludes my get to know me tag. I hope this helped you get to know me a little better and was entertaining. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my social medias, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!